Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back with open-minded conversation. Today's topic is about mixed relationship, whites and black couples, and there's a lot to say about that. And yeah, personally, I have a lot, and I think if I talk about it, it's gonna escalate to something else. So I'm trying to keep my cool together because it can be very heated. And yeah. So are you gonna kick off or you want me to?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We want to do a disclaimer first.
Okay. Yes.
What we are saying is not an attack on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And when we mean mixed relationships, it's not necessarily black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It could be someone from one country going out to somebody else from another country, or someone in one religion going out with someone from another religion. Yeah. So this is not anything to do with the color of your skin or whatever. All we're doing is talking about is people from different backgrounds going out together.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to discuss today.
Yeah.
None of this is scientifically proven. It's just our opinions. Just mere single people, married women. Just our views on what we have seen as it goes along. But yeah.
So you go ahead, yeah. So no, okay, let me kick this off, yeah. I went shopping today. And then I saw a black boy, yeah, have a shopping. One hand shopping in a bag, one hand pushing a trolley with a baby in it, and the girlfriend or the wife or the fiancé, whatever it is, holding absolutely nothing and walking across, along with him and even having a conversation. For me personally, I find it unfair, not because of the color skin, yeah. I find it unfair as a human being level of respect another person. I wouldn't do that to my husband because my common sense will tell me, look, let me help you out, right? Either push the baby, you're a gentleman, carry. Yes, I know the man is not complaining, but deep down, she's thinking, however, saying him, I think our black men, they do it often when they are with white women.
Yeah, absolutely.
When they are with black women, they don't do that. And again, I don't blame them not doing that because when they are mothers, and mothers in particular, this is just mothers in particular, when a black mother go to his son's house and the son married to a white person, and then he go and then the son is cooking and cleaning, the mother have absolutely nothing to say. The mother will go along with it. Versus when the son married to a black woman and then come to their house and then might tell my husband to cook and clean it, and he sees the son doing that. The first thing they go, I'm going to see what he turned my son into. He's turning my son into a juju. He juju my son. Now my son is the house girl, the housekeeper, the things like that. So I don't blame the white women in this particular reason. I think it's a cultural thing, and our culture is unfair on us black women.
Yeah.
It's very unfair, and I'm very, very, very upset. And sometimes we use the anger towards the white woman when they are with a black man, thinking it's their fault. But the truth and the fact is, it's not their fault.
I think that the problem we're having mainly, what I've observed is that our black men are so much weaker than what we think. Because when I'm going out with a black man, I expect you to be the man, full stop. There's no negotiating in this. This is the way it is. But I think that when they go out with other races, they can go in there and go, look, let's do 50-50.
Right.
I'm quite happy to be pushing the buggy around and you doing everything else.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to be the house husband and you go and earn the money. They're but with me, I would have been like, oh no, my guy, it ain't happening like that. You're the man, you act like a man. So I think that the problem we have is that why it's now so common and why their partners are being lenient is because when they go in there with our weaker brothers, this is what I see them as, they're weaker. Because I feel that every time you go out with someone from another race or another culture, if you don't know your own culture, you don't know what to protect. If you don't know your own strength, you've got nothing that you can protect. If you let the other race or the other culture come in and overtake yours, you are the one who's going to be playing to their tune. But when we are both going out together, my culture says you are the man of the house. You're supposed to lead. Full stop. There's no negotiating this. You know, I know it, and you know that I know that that's a fact, and you should know that that's a fact. So you can't come to me and be wishy-washy. But if you're going with someone from another race, you can easily sometimes go, oh, today I'm going to act white, tomorrow I'm going to act black, depending on which one is suiting you. To me, that's already a sign of a weak man. That's why most of these men are running away from us black women, because there's only a certain amount of weakness we can tolerate. You can go and experiment it in other cultures, and then when you see that it doesn't work there, then you can always come running back. But you find you don't fit. That's the problem.
And I think the main issue with black men are intimidated by black women.
Yes.
Black women like me. I'm using myself example. I'm not speaking for other black women. Black women like me, most black men are intimidated by me because I am very strong woman. I'm very opinionated. I'm everything you can name of it, because I know what I want in a man. And if you don't know what you want and you come to me and I'm telling you guys, this is what I want, and you think I'm too much, oh, she's oh, my guy, you are not for me.
Exactly.
A lot of black men, honestly, if you are watching, black men are intimidated by black women. 95% black men are intimidated.
Which is so sad, because it means that you have lost yourselves.
Right.
And I don't know whether it's because you came into this country and you thought, oh, now that you've got a British passport, you're now automatically British, and you're not starting to forget what your own culture is. Or you yourself you've got such low self-esteem of yourself, so you know that you can't fit in with the blacks, so you go and try and fit in with the whites. But then the problem is, if you're going to try and fit in without knowing who you are, you're only chipping away at yourself slowly. In the end, there's going to be nothing left. But this could also happen even if you're married to, if let's say you're a woman.
Yeah.
And you yourself, you don't know yourself. The other race will always take over you. That's when you find these black women trying to act all white.
Yeah.
When really at the end of the day, I mean, for me, I always say that if I'm going to go out with someone from Nigeria or someone from Ghana, I should be able to know how to at least say hello in your language.
Yeah.
You should also be able to say even hello or even crack a joke in my language. That's what it is. It's all about getting to know each other.
And learn about
we come
each other.
together, and then we try and make it all happen. There's no way I can ever know all the cultures or how the process goes in Ghana. I am going to learn it from you. But if you don't know, you've got nothing to teach me. So what are you going to offer me in that relationship?
And again, it's not just the black men, black women as well. Because let's just because we talk about men, because we are men, we are women, sorry.
Notice the men.
We are women noticing the men. But if you have to look the women's side as well, every black woman you see going out with a white man, either they're old than them, and they mistreat them. Some of them, there's not everybody mistreat. Some of them in their relationship, especially when it comes to raising children, right? The women have no say, because sometimes the woman want to do their culture with the children, and then the man say, "Oh no, you're not in your ex country. Hey, this is abuse. Hey, this is this." And then what do? They take a backseat,
and let the
children become confused. I said this all the time, and then when I said that, and some of the it's not all the mixed children are confused. But let me tell you, my mixed child is confused. I'm saying it out loud because confused not because she doesn't know what she wants. She's confused because she has even the identity wise. She have a white father who is so soft, who will let her away with everything. And versus with a black woman who come, even if she sneezes and she doesn't say, excuse me, I said, what is it for? I said, what? You don't say excuse me because it's just in front of, because for me, respect and manners, it means a lot to me. Because that's my culture. That's my belief. So number one, she already confused, thinking, why is it that my dad house I can even fart and then my dad didn't say it and then I come here?
Mommy saying no.
Automatically, that's confusion. It's playing in her head. What is going on here?
Or even if you look when they go outside, First of all, they can't fit in the black culture
Right.
because they're mixed race.
Right.
So they can't fit in there properly.
Right.
And then even in the white culture, they can't fit in there either. So there is that identity problem where if you're mixed race, you don't really know. But you find that most children will always lean to the easier side. The African culture is very difficult. It's difficult if you don't understand it.
It's not difficult personally.
It's because you grew up with it and you understand why you're doing something. But if you are a man and you're raising your children with, let's say you've got a woman from another culture, and you let your children go by the culture of the other parent, when your children then start going wrong, you can't then go, as an African man, you can't be doing this. You can't do that because if you let your children be raised by the other culture, you then say, now when they're going wrong, you can't then say, oh, in African culture, we don't do this. You should have started from the beginning.
Day one,
Day one, African culture, we do this. I'm not saying everything in the African culture is correct.
You have
there are some things that you can see the point and the value of this. And most, like for us, we were not taught that, like we've got books on how to
raise a
sit
child,
you on a naughty step, blah, blah, blah. No. We were taught, like in my culture, I remember we were taught, when I grew up, we were taught that if you sit in the middle of the road, you're going to have boils all over your bottom. Now I know I'm older. It's not true. But the reason why they did that was because they didn't want you to sit in the road. What will happen if you sit in the road? You get run over. But they used to lie that you're going to have boils because they're so painful to squeeze. So if you're afraid of having a boil squeeze, you're not going to sit in the road.
It's like me saying, my child do something, and then I say, who take my sweeties? They say, I'm calling police.
Yes.
And or if you take your call police to come. Not because it's necessary I'm going to call police for them. It just... But then if you say that to a white person, they say, oh,
call them.
No, they say it's a threat. Or you are blackmailing them. That's the way they say. Oh, let's not do empty blackmail. I say, you might not do empty blackmailing where you come from. I am doing the empty blackmailing and it's working for me.
And the thing was, if your mom was to call, in the African culture, when someone says they're calling the police, it means it's a serious matter. Unlike in this country, they will say call the police, and when the police come, sometimes they don't even do anything. Do you understand what I mean? So in my culture, we were brought up with, it was more of putting fear
in your
head. So that
head.
you know that if you do this, there's a fear that you are going, this is going to happen. If you raise your children where you're saying, my guy, do whatever you like, tomorrow when they are messing up, you don't come back then and say, oh no, what happened? Especially, and for me, I always think that this is especially for my African men
and women, and women too. Women, other women too. Other women.
For me, a man is always a man. I always think you should know how to lead. You understand?
Yeah.
A man, you as an African man, you should even have that pride, even when you're walking, to say, you know what, your step should show that you're a man.
Yeah.
I always say to myself that if you find that you're a husband and you always come into the house and you go, stop doing that, I'm the father of the house. Don't do that because I'm the father of the house. If you have to keep reminding people that you're the father of the house,
not the father,
then there's something wrong. It means that your actions show that you're the gardener, if anything. But then I think my problem I have is that our African men are now watered down. They like to play it safe.
Whose fault is that? That is my question.
The thing is that when they come in this country, mainly I've noticed that when they come in this country, as soon as they cross over the borders there by Gatwick, they're already thinking, oh my goodness. When we came, if you used to see a black and a white person going out, we always used to say that, oh look, she's holding on to her visa, or we would say he's holding on to his visa, because that's what it was all associated as, is that you've come and you've now decided to go with the white person, and then now to get your visa. But I mean, now there is proper people who can actually be in love. But even having said that, even now the other culture, they are now so aware that these black men are coming to just use us. Now they have now even become so strong. You find that they now don't take any stupidness from these men anymore. If you find yourself being a black man who's been in the white culture and you couldn't fit in there, and now you're trying to go into the black culture and you can't fit in there, the problem is you, my guy. It's not even that it's anyone's fault. It's your weakness.
Look, and number one, and again, the reason why our black men going out with the white women is
want a soft life.
Soft life, yes. For me personally, if I'm dating a man, and as a man, if I'm dating you and we're going out for a date, I expect you to pay for it.
Yeah.
Don't expect me and you to do 50-50. If I offer you, it's a different story. But don't expect me to do 50-50. Number one, I already tell you, you are not my level. Because me and you doing 50-50, you are not my level.
Yeah.
Because that's not the kind of person I want to be. Because I want a man to lead me.
Yeah.
So if I'm leading you or we are 50-50, so what's the future for us here?
No.
You lead me, I push you.
Yeah.
We go up. But you can't say let's be in the middle.
Yeah.
So how are we going to go up? Because we're going to stay in the middle. So for me, you are not for me.
Yeah.
And our men is happy to go out with a white girl. And the white girl are happy to pay for the dinner. And they eat and get up.
Yeah.
As if not for me, I'm raising 2 boys. And I said to them, no matter how poor you are, especially the first time you take a woman for a date, do not do 50-50. Because the woman is already looking down upon you. Thinking, look, I can easily control you because I'm always doing this. And that's what is happening. And again, a relationship is about respect. I've been in both relationships. And I see, you see now we have children crying everywhere. So underneath, do you want to pause it? Nanny, come and pause it, and then when we finish, we'll carry on. What is the problem?
Where is the oven?
Yeah, so it's not just the white and the black culture. Even the black, we have like tribe in Ghana. We have so many tribes, and then it's the same when the one tribe come to the other tribe. For me personally, I think when you're a mother, every child speaks a mother tongue, right? So I can't go in marriage and marry a white, black, blue person and then expect me to teach their child, our child, in their culture. I don't mind you, the father, speaking your culture or your language to the child, but don't expect me to speak your language and teach your language to our child. So
you'd want your partner to teach your children his culture.
I don't mind.
And then you teach them your culture. But would you know some of your husband's culture?
Even yes, I do.
So you'd know some of his language as well, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
But the role should be left to you to teach them because you're not the master of that culture.
Exactly. Okay. And automatically, even if I'm the master, I shouldn't teach because I'm a proud person. I am proud of where I came from. I'm proud of my culture. I'm proud of my belief. So this is where most men and women are going wrong because they are not they're not proud enough of their language, their religion, their belief. That's when the other race overtake them. And then people like me who are proud, I'm very proud and I shout it out loud. So me, as example, me and my husband are both Ghanaians. We speak 2 different languages. And well, I do understand it, but not to the level where, you know,
you're able to explain it all fully.
Right. But when you speak, I can speak fluently and then understand it. We have children. I'm not stopping him not to speak the language, but then the way he explained it makes sense. It was like when we go back home, his language is the main language where everybody speaks, everybody understands. Most people understand it. And I said, I'm not disagreeing with you. You can speak it, but I am not going to teach them.
Yeah.
Because I am proud of my language. I want that when I take them to my village, I want them to be able to speak my language to my village people. It's not all my village people understand your language. And I want to be proud when I take my kids home. Honestly, when I take my children home, when we go to the village, they understand little language. And the joy of it, honestly, is unbelievable. Even me, when I go, people will say, all these years you left this country and you still speak the language. And the way they praise me is the joy of it. So why do I have to throw it away?
That's the problem we're having, is that most of these, especially our black men, are finding it easier because they're all looking. I feel that I always think that these men now, the soft ones, the weak ones, I call them the weak ones. Because if you find yourself opting to go to a different race because it's easier, it makes you automatically a weak man.
Right.
If you cannot even stick with your culture and try and explain that culture to somebody else, it means you yourself, you're lost. You're very confused. And to be honest, if you're going to be a weak man like that, go and be confused at the other side. Because around my side, your confusion is not going to go down.
And you know what? So, and the thing is, I speak my language to the children, and he speaks his language to the children. So I remember one time, the second born, we were in the car going, so we kind of like want to cook, and then we said we want to cook yam, right? So we're speaking in our language, and I said, oh, so he asked me, so I would say kujo yam, and I said kujo, and he said, ma'am, what is kujo? The dad went bayre in his language. And the child was confused. We go, no, it's kujo, he went bayre, kujo bayre. So the whatever came out from the child's mouth to just shut her down. He went, oh, mommy and daddy, kujo bayre.
That's it.
So he mixed them two together.
But they now know both, though.
They now know both kujo bayre. So for me, there is nothing wrong. You do you, and I do me. We just have to understand and respect each other. And this is what most men, and men like my husband, are the one who are proud of their culture. So there is no way my husband will marry a white woman. No offense. That one I can tell you today. Even if me and my husband divorce, I cannot see my husband with a white woman. Or, you know, if it's not Ghanaian, I can't see my husband with another. Like, it could be a black person, but not with a white woman.
I mean, if you find that, like, I know that, I mean, most people go, oh, but your son is dating someone who's black. But my son always says to me that, Mom, there are, you know, like, there are certain cultures, like, you know, the Egyptians. If you look at their culture, it's more along the African thing.
Because Egyptians are Africans, isn't it?
Even if you look at the Iranians, you know, there are a lot of countries that are very cultured.
Even Eastern Europeans, they're more like Africans.
Romanians and Polish ladies. Their cultures are very strong, and they believe in their cultures. But I always find that with our African men, they tend to want to go and be like the British people, even though they're not. They think that the minute that they've got a British passport, they are now British.
Because British life is easy. British culture is easy.
So much easier. Well, there is no culture, though. What is the British culture?
Well, to tell your mother-in-law to fuck off.
That's it. You know, there's quite, the culture is not as strong. So for me, if you have to choose any nationality that has got a culture, a strong culture, it will never be the British culture, because the British culture is not strong at all. I mean, your ethics, the ethics themselves, family-wise.
I know, right? You could hear somebody say, I don't talk to my mom.
And
where's your mom? Where's your mom? My mom live in Peace Haven, and you live in Rotendin. How is that possible? Like your own mother that carried you 9 months lives around the corner, and you don't even know them. Or even a culture where you live next door to somebody, and then they die in their house, and nobody even misses them for a year, for weeks or months. We don't have this. We don't have this. I don't know a lot of places where you don't know who your neighbor is, or you don't even know or your neighbor will pass away and no one will even miss them for a week. It doesn't happen. But when we try to explain it, it seems like, oh no, we're being aggressive and we're trying. But this is what I'm saying, that the difference in cultures. So sometimes when we see our black men going to these ladies, we are going, it's fine, go. But I always think that as a black man, if you've done that, you've gone there, you find that the people that in your culture, they start looking at you differently because they notice the change. They will notice the change. And then when they notice the change, don't be upset because you have decided to shift to a side where you've taken their side over your own. If you can explain to your wife to say, you know what, when you come to my mom's house, don't talk to her as if by calling her by her first name and you're just shouting things out at her. You have to respect her. If you know what I mean? This is what our men should be teaching, that no, when you come and see my mom, what we are doing at home, we keep it there. If you bully me in the house, let's do that at home. But the problem that these black men are doing is that when they're doing their pillow talk with these ladies of theirs, right? They are telling them, oh, you know, this one is an idiot, this one is this one is that. So now these women come out of there feeling all pompous. I know, right?
I know. And they think because they're sleeping with a black man.
Or maybe they think they can blend their black, so they think they're black. So when a black person is talking, they're going to think that they're black. Fuck off.
They're feeling so empowered because now they feel that because they're sleeping with a black man, they now think that they're black as well. Because their husband is busy going, yes, baby, yes, baby. And I'm like, no, just because your husband is a weak black one, don't think that the rest of us black are weak.
And if you have to look, sorry to cut you, if you have to look, Just take a look around you and see all the black men dating white women. How many of them are successful? None of, maybe no, I'm saying none is wrong. Maybe 5% of them. 5% of them are successful. And you know the 5% that are successful, either they're celebrity, even most of the celebrity they are not. Let's be real here. Because they'll be successful, and then next thing the women bring them down, boom. And then the ordinary one like me and you, not 5% of them are successful, and most of them who are successful are married to the Eastern European part of them. Most of them. And the rest of them, because how can a woman say to a man, oh, don't go to work today, baby. You number one, you are not working. And then tell a man not to go to work. Oh, I know a few couple. I know a lot of black men who married to white women. And a man will go to work, come home. You, the woman, number one, you're not working. Yeah, you're doing baby housework. You are looking after the children. That alone is a hard work. Let's not mix them two, because I'm a mother of 4, and it's a hard work. You, the one at home doing a home mom, not working. Let the man go out and work. A man will go to work and come. Let's say he do nights, come and sleep. You expect the man to take the baby for a walk. So you can rest for 5 minutes. You can rest. For me, I find it like, yes, I know the man is bonding with the child, but there is a different way you can bond with the child. Personally, there's a different way you can bond with the child. I cannot, like, let's the clock 10. My husband is sitting at home, and I go night and come back, and then he tell me, take the baby for a walk before I come and sleep. Come on, my guy.
Oh, are you serious?
Are you really serious? You see how unfair that is?
Yeah, it's so terrible.
And then the men are thinking, oh, no, it's okay, I'm bonding with my children. No, my guy, you're not bonding with your children. You're just a weak.
No. It's even like, you know. You're about to swear. And then the thing is that if you're that kind of man, what will happen is that because you've let your wife, the other culture, they rule you and make you forget your own culture, what will happen is that when you are now at a public setting and your wife is acting like she always does at home because you have let her do this at home, now in public she's not going to stop. Unlike some of us, you know what we say? We always say, you know what, you when you're in public,
behave.
Yes.
Even the children.
Even at home, when you're at home, you're acting like the fool that you are, and we all accept and we keep a mouth shut. But in public, we always give you that respect. I'll never shout at you in public to say you're an idiot, stop doing that. No, I'll always tell you when we are separately. But what happens is that most of our black men who are in these mixed relationships, the way they're being controlled at the house is the same way they're going to be controlled in public.
Even in front of their parents.
And then when we now all look and go, did this really happen? They're now going, oh, this is the problem with you guys. Well, another fault is ours. No, my guy. The problem is that you are weak. The other race has noticed it. We are now also noticing that you are weak as well. And you think we should respect you.
But then, in that aspect, I don't blame the man. I blame the woman, the mother who raised that man. Because if you raise your son well, and you have a son. And if you raise them well, there is no way your son's wife will come and talk to you disrespectful. Let's be honest here.
No, that's true.
There is no way.
No.
The way I'm raising my boys, there is no way my boy will bring a girl, a white blonde girl, inside my house, and for him to allow her to disrespect me. No. Because both of them will get thrown out, number one. Let's be honest here. Look, so women, be like Megan. Look, we have Megan, we have Kate. Yeah. In me, people like Megan, even in the white quarter, Megan, look the way they're attacking Megan.
But you know, Megan doesn't even have to try. This is what I keep saying is that sometimes you need to see where the strength is. Megan doesn't even have to try. They all said, okay, leave us. Yeah. We don't want you in the monarchy. They went, okay, bye. Packed their bags and left, right? They went, now they did their own little trip to Nigeria. All of a sudden, it's like, we never asked them to represent us. They never went there and said that they were representing you. Now the question they were asking on another program was, so do you think that if we ask them back to come to the monarchy, they would come? They would come back. And I'm saying, if I was them, I'll tell you all to fuck off because
I know.
You chase them away like a dog that's in public, right? Now you're seeing, oh, look,
they're doing well
on their own.
In Africa.
Now you're going, so should we ask them
They're not
back?
coming.
Well, ask them to come back where?
They are not
and then
coming.
The foolish part of it all is that if you are a prince, it's in your blood. You can all think that you don't want me, but I'm still a prince. So when I go to the street, people will still see me as a prince because that's what my blood is.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I don't understand how, as a nation, you all thought he's not going to be a prince anymore. Why? Because he's not going to fly in the royal jets.
Yes.
That doesn't make me him a prince. And this is what Harry is trying to prove to everybody. To say, look, I'm a prince by birth.
No,
you can't just wake up today and say you are not a prince anymore because I don't have a.
Not just Harry. No, this is example for black women and black men who marry into a culture.
Exactly.
Because Megan is example for all of us. Because Megan is proud, strong black woman.
Exactly.
Even though she's not full black, but the black in hair
is popping out.
It's telling everybody this is how everybody should be, whether a man or woman. Stick with it. Look. Harry is a prince, and a divorcee like Megan, because Megan knows who she is. Megan believes in herself. Megan knows her worth, and she said, "Look, my husband, leave these people. I will push you, and we do well." And look what they're doing. Initially, they were saying, "Oh, she's a gold digger." According to me, a gold digger is the one that sees someone with loads of money, leave everything of hers behind to go and follow the gold. Megan was like, "No, my guy. I am a strong woman, and then I am going to, if you either you're on my side or you're not." Who left the monarchy? The prince left to go and join a divorcee. Now everyone is going, "Oh, she's a bad influence." Oh, how is she a bad influence? You think that boy is happier? That boy is doing the things. He'll never be happy. He was happy before Megan. He had mental issue. Now all the mental issues is wipe off. And every time Megan is a problem. Even if you have a royal duty that's happening, the everyone will come back and go, "Well, Megan decided to announce a Netflix thingy on the same day that shouldn't be a problem. Why should Megan be a threat all the time? She's doing her own thing. It is not her fault that is clashing with what you are all trying to do to try and make us think that we're stupid." This is why I said black men are intimidated by black women. Exactly. And Megan's situation proved it right. Because people like us, we are not famous, so people don't see, oh, we have a point here. But Megan is an example for us. Megan is an example for every strong woman who wants, not just black, if you meet the right one, and he sees your worth as a woman, he will leave the monarchy and come and be with you. And the stupid weak ones are the ones who are thinking, my ego. Which ego? Your ego that has been pumped up by white people who wanted to use you, and now you want to come back and try and say, my ego won't let me do this. It's because you don't know what you're worth, so you can't even see somebody else seeing that in you. And look at Kate. Women, there are black women who like Kate, who bow, who listen to the in-laws, who does everything the in-laws say, sleep, he sleep. I mean, but if I was Kate, you know what? If I was Kate, if Kate was black, she would be called a gold digger, a determined gold digger. You don't go through that much training to watch your man start cheating for you, to start cheating after how many years of hard work. It's the same with even our Queen Consort, what's her name? Queen Camilla. No, whatever. Right? She worked hard to be a mistress. All the abuse and everything, she worked so hard. There was no way that Charles was then supposed to become a king and then she'd say, "Oh no, it's okay, I won't be a queen." That wasn't going to happen. So when we were all lied to that, we would never call her a queen. We all knew there was a lie because Camilla did not put that much sweat and effort into being a mistress for her not to be called a queen. The queen was the ultimate goal and she's reached it. The same with Kate. Kate worked so hard to pull Will. And now that she has, she's not going to, that one will not go down without a fight. So even if Will cheats with half of the world, Kate is going to make you all see fire. And that is the truth of it. For me, these are the genuine gold diggers. But then, poor Megan. But then Megan, not because she's black, women like Megan, whether in the black society, white society, women like Megan are controlling. Women like Megan are intimidated. Women like Megan are rude. No, but look, mothers, especially mothers, mother-in-laws, women, young girls, we are raising girls here. We need to raise children like Megan. Who are strong. We need to raise children like Megan. No offense to Kate. I respect Kate by what she's doing. No offense to them. But I don't want my child to be like Kate. Because do you know that, look, Kate not feeling well is caused by stress. No, because the stress of being controlled in everything you do. If you're in a relationship, you want to be in a relationship
where you know that the boundaries you have are what you have set, not boundaries that are being set by somebody else. At the end of the day, now you're only a puppet.
And men, especially black men, you have your culture.
Yeah.
Do not throw it away. Do not hold one bag, pushing a trolley. A woman is holding absolutely nothing. What is this woman bringing into your life? What are you achieving? Even if it's paper. When I was with my baby daddy, I did not have papers. Let's put it real. Everybody know black person go with a white man, a white woman. If it's not papers, it's money. I didn't have papers when I was with my baby daddy. I was there. I was like, I don't care. I didn't
say to you jump, you'll be like,
no. I didn't stay to get my paper. I left him running, immigrant running in this country. He did not give me papers. Yeah, we might have a child, but my baby daddy did not give me papers. But I did not stay there because, oh, I'm thinking if I leave my home with papers, how can I have my papers? Look, he did not bring me in this country. He did not bring me in this world. My progress
is what you did by yourself.
What I did by myself. You don't need man. Yes,
but you see, that's the problem with this whole paper thing, right? It's because whilst everybody else comes into the country and works hard to get their papers, the easy weak men will come and think, let me just get married to a woman. And then you get married. But what you don't understand is that whilst you're married to that person, this person has always got one hand over you. Because you cannot be barking around and going, oh, I'm a man, when you know that your papers are not ready. If she tells you to shut up, you will shut up. And then once you get your papers, you can't now rewind to say, oh, now I've got my papers, now I'm a man. You will have to continue being an idiot like you've been all along.
Foundation. You know how always talk about the foundation.
And imagine worse off if you had children in that foundation of finding papers. Those children will grow up watching their father being spoken to like a dog by the woman. When those children are older and you now want to discipline them and correct them, they'll think, shut up, you fool. Mommy controlled you all this time. You have lost your manhood in so many ways. It's unreal.
And the children don't respect them.
And the children will not respect you. And that's why women like me look at you men like that and feel sorry for you. Because you'll never be able to control your own children. Because, you know, you can't even bark, daddy. You can't even bark hard enough for your children to even think that daddy has spoken. Because they've watched you, daddy, being controlled whilst you're waiting for your papers to be okay. You are losing yourselves.
You're losing your respect.
You lose your respect, your manhood. And then in the end, you find you don't belong in the white ones. You don't even belong in the African ones. And it's sad.
And it's very sad. You know, it's sad because at the end of the day, they will come back to us. Me and you pick up the pieces. Because there's no way you see a black man out there
suffering, you always feel sorry.
And then you didn't. So for me, look, I have so many sisters-in-law who are white. Let's not put it, I have them there. So look, some of them, one of my brother's wife, sometimes I think she's even black. She's tried. Don't get me wrong. She might not get it right. There are people like that who exist. Who are trying, who are trying to learn the culture, who are trying to do the thing. So in everything you do, there's always the good and the bad in them. So when we talk about black and white, look, we're not saying the whole white people, and we're not saying the whole black people are terrible. Because I'm married to a good black man, and I'm proud of him, and I'm sure he's proud of me. One thing I can tell about my husband is one of the supportive husbands I never see in this country as a black man. My husband will know my wife is going to do this test. She will fail and come back and tell me I failed. But he will never say, babe, you're going to fail. He's going to say, you know what, babe, look, nobody is born to pass the first time. So why are you scared? Go and try.
But you see, that's the support everybody needs, you see. It's because you need someone to support you. But I always feel that, the ones who are trying to bring you down will never support you. Because they are afraid of your strength. Exactly. They're even worried about your strength now. And the thing, imagine if we encourage her more, she's even going to become bigger. So some men will actually find it a threat. A threat to go to someone because they know that they can't enhance me. But the thing is, they're not even thinking, you know what, maybe let me move to her level. Instead, they want to back off. And you know what they end up doing? They'll either try to be in the relationship and be controlling. And then they try to make you seem like you're the crazy one. And yet you're trying to control a storm that you never created. You know what I mean? You should have just stayed away and watched me from the sidelines.
That is true. But, men, look, We need more men like my George.
Yeah.
If I say my husband, people will probably beat me. Don't come for him, please. I beg. Leave him out for me. He belongs to me. Please leave him there.
I think it's so sad.
We need men like my husband.
Our children need more male examples,
right? And my
role models of strong black men.
And my husband, look, in this house here, you know when we're doing something, my children, when the dad is there, and I go, you know, I'm in charge of this. I say, no, mommy, you're not. Daddy is in charge of this house. Because they know who is in charge.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, daddy is in charge means I'm in charge because he's my husband. And what is my daddy is, your daddy is, I'm the same. And this is my fight with them, yeah? Because they know, even me, my husband is not tall. When my husband become a man, I'm scared of him
because even like the last time one of your sons was having you're having an argument with your son.
Yeah.
Your husband was not even in the room. Yeah. I was shitting myself. All we heard was a door open. Yeah. Why are you talking to my wife like that? Even I was like, I'm sorry, and it wasn't even me. And I said, you don't get that. You don't get men who come and tell the children that this is my wife. You treat my wife badly, it means I'm going to be upset. Fathers will sit and watch their wives being treated badly by the children, by the next door neighbor, by anybody. And yet you want us to be like, oh, my husband. And yet when it comes to defending me, you're sitting there like a little fool in the corner. There's no respect for such for people who act like idiots. But he walked in, even I was scared. But when I left, I thought to myself, damn, we need more men like this. And now imagine his children. The children, when they get married, they're going to know that when I have my wife, I need to protect her. That's what women we are very easy
to please.
Yeah. All we want is for you to show us you love us.
To just give us flowers and chocolates.
Say we are happy. You love us. Show us you care.
Simple.
We will put you on our backs and breastfeed you.
Especially black women. Like I was saying that to this couple the other day. I said, look, everybody, you know I don't like flowers.
Yeah.
I get flowers and I give them away. And that's how bad I am. I don't like flowers. But let me tell you, when my husband buy me flowers, look, flowers who I don't like, I just put it there, look at it. Not because the beauty of the flower, but the main reason.
The meaning of them. Who they came from.
I woke up in the morning, I look at the flower, that smell. The children say, Mom, why you smell like I'm just happy.
But it's a very simple thing, isn't it? And they didn't have to be flowers from a particular shop. Or
even if it's from Tesco,
I know they're going to be from the petrol station. But the fact that you've even just thought about it and you've done something about it. There's nothing as beautiful as seeing your man trying, even if he's not succeeding. But just seeing him try.
And then support.
You'll be so proud. And we get this. This is the thing about us women is that even your child, you know, when you correct your child and you see them tomorrow trying to do what you told them to do, your heart will melt because you're like, I know you're listening. You know what I mean?
I know.
And you know?
The other day, I shout at one of my boys, my favorite child anyway, they know. Yeah. They know, the children know, I know, the world know, because they say, why, everybody say, why is he the favorite one? I say, I have favorite, but I even said to them, I said, if you want to be my favorite child, all you need to do is to listen. In the morning, what happened? And then we were just
when your child listens.
No, yeah, because we were doing something. But I can't even remember what it was. And I said to him, "No, you can't do that." And he was like, "Why though? What is it?" I'm trying to remember what it is.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what happened. And I'm talking. I said, "No, but you can't do that." But I said, "Mom, but why though?" I said, "Just do what I asked you to do and stop questioning me back." And what he did it. Story short, it was early morning. Everything happened. Go. I went to bed. I'm in my bed, so he brushed his teeth, going to bed, and came to my room and gave me a kiss on my forehead. Where, Mom, I'm sorry for shouting at you earlier. How can a child like that not be your favorite?
I know, right?
The other ones you talk they talk 340,000
miles per hour.
And then, you know what? And I said, this is what parents, we need to let our children know. Do not pretend and say, oh, I don't have a favorite child. I do. No, I do. And they know it. I don't have to lie to them and say, look, if you want to be my favorite, it's simple. Now with my elders now our relationship is getting sweeter because she knows when mom shout, I just have to listen and go and curse her at the back of the door.
But we all grew up doing that. Our parents would just shout for no reason. But we got to a point where we listen to what they were saying and we think, oh my God, she's saying rubbish again.
Right.
It goes in. But if there was a point in that, you'd take the point and make sure you act upon it. Because if you don't, tomorrow you'll be slapped twice as hard.
Right.
Because you'll be like, I told you yesterday not to do it, and you're doing it again.
Right.
So in order for you to protect yourself from being slapped, you have to listen, comprehend, and
move on.
sieve the rubbish out and move on.
I mean, the whole week, to be fair, for the first time in history, the whole week, Monday to today was Sunday. We didn't even have one argument. We were cool. Everybody was cool.
And this is peace. That's what we call peace.
She's happy. I'm happy. I'm not go angry. She's not go angry.
The same with your wife. You know, the same with your wife.
That's
if
what
you
we
make
want.
your wife happy, you will have a peaceful life. Yeah. If you keep fucking up and tripping over the same orange that's on the floor and you don't pick it up, she will complain. She will continue to complain. Yeah. You're tripping on this again. You're tripping on this again. How many times have I told you to pick it up? And then you all go,
when they're talking to the white women on the phone, they go softly. Hi, babe. And what we eating? What we eating? I'm sure he's gonna be watching it. He's gonna come back for me and tell me, is that what you are? He was talking on the phone to the girl. Oh, what are we doing this weekend? Oh, he said we're doing this. Oh, what are we having for? And softly, and I went. When he put the phone down, I went. You guys don't talk to us like that.
No.
You don't like your wife. Oh no. Not even right. What we have? Are we having fufu?
What are we eating today? You haven't started cooking it already. Oh.
You know, the soft voice you use there for them. Yes, we might not have papers to give you, but we have love. It's true.
Might not have papers. No,
we might not have the papers to give you. We might not have, now it's blue passport, not red passport. We might not have the blue passport to give you, but we can give you a future. You know, when you have a future, you have everything. You can have the green passport and then you don't have nothing. What is the point? Which is, I know a lot of black men have British passport.
And now they don't know who they are.
They're absolutely
with that passport, you don't even know who you are. You don't know if you're coming or you're going. You don't even, you have no direction in life. You're an aimless one. You're like a plastic bag in the wind that's just going left, right, depending on where the wind goes. So you can't be proud like that. I mean, you know.
Black women, when you are with a black man, do not second guess yourself. Do not doubt yourself. Keep doing what you are doing. If they're not happy, let them move. They are too
let them go.
Let them go. Don't be scared to be single. Or somebody will come and see your potential and take from you. I dated a lot. Look, they say kiss a lot of frogs to find your Mr. Charming. I kiss a lot of frogs. Now I find my Prince Charming. And this Prince Charming see good in me.
Cheerleader.
Honestly, he see good in me. Those frogs do not see because they are frogs.
Yeah.
They jump, prum, 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 prum. They do not see good in me. They don't want to take their time to see good in me. Yes, I'm not perfect. I'm the craziest woman you can find. Everybody know me.
We know you're crazy.
But when it means to be good, to understand my man, I to give him the respect. You know, when my husband with his friend, the respect he gets, it's unbelievable. But the respect comes from home because I respect him. When he's with his friends, I show him this is my king. And when I'm with my friends, he might show me, yes, this is my princess or my queen.
Yeah, but you know, you could never show his friends that this is your king if your king was acting like a prince. Do you understand?
It's true, though.
You cannot big up something that is stupid or that is not worth of bigging up.
Okay, I know. It's true, though.
So if you are not going to man up, I cannot big you up.
It's true.
So you're only a cheerleader to your winning team, isn't it?
It's true, though.
You're not going to be standing by the sidelines singing
like me. I don't have a team. I support every winning team. When they play football, I say, oh yeah, yes. Then I say, oh, mom, who are you supporting? I say, oh, sorry, because their team is losing. I'm going, yes, and they say, who are you supporting? I say, because they are winning.
They're winning. Anyone that's winning, I'm on the side.
Anyway, so no offense, please. Anybody who find it offensive, please comment and let us know. We don't mean to offend anybody, black, white, blue skin, whatever. We are just saying what we see
and our black brothers, we don't mean to offend you.
Well, then
we are only trying to
help you
so that maybe you can think about it.
And the truth hurts.
Yeah, because you yourself, you know yourself better than anybody else.
True.
If anything that we have said has touched your strings, your heartstrings, then maybe look more into it and correct yourself.
Please.
And we won't benefit anything from it, but we are glad if we've helped somebody. Because we don't want to see you walking around like fools
true.
with your passport in your hand.
Which is most of you are. Not all of you. Okay, thank you. One love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The baby's cried again.